If you wouldn't follow yourself, why should anyone else? The first person you should lead is yourself. Don't wait until the pressure's on to make a character choice. If you become the leader you ought to be on the inside, you will become the leader you want to be on the outside. Quality number 20, teachability. I have discovered that successful leaders have a teachable spirit. Gerald McGinnis said, value your listening and reading time at roughly 10 times your talking time. This will assure you that you are on course of continuous learning and self-improvement. Or John Wooden, I love this statement. It's one of my favorites. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. I was out with him recently, and we spent a half a day together. Just because I admire him so much, and I just consider his wisdom just huge. I wanted to make sure I was really ready for him. So I spent several days. I've read everything he's ever written. I've listened to tapes. Anything I could pick up, I read. And I had several pages of questions I wanted to ask him. And I'll never forget, we went to lunch first, and so we're sitting down, and he was with me, and then there was one other guy that was with us, and we got into small talk, and I'm saying to myself, oh, dear God, you know, I hope we can get through this in about 2 minutes, and we can get down to the real stuff of life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine, too. Okay, we're both fine. Now can we talk? You know, so anyway. So we did the small talk until I felt was appropriate, and I said, Mr. Wood, would you mind if I just want to ask you some questions? He said, well, no, sure. You got a question or two? Ask me. I thought he has no idea. I reached down and I pulled out my traveling companion where I do all of my thinking and shaping my thinking, and I started asking questions. I'm just writing. I'm not eating lunch. You can eat lunch anytime. Good night. Good night. Get your priorities right. Skip lunch. Ask questions. I'm having lunch, all right. I'm feeding off of somebody's wisdom. And I'm asking questions. I probably did that for 30, 35 minutes. As soon as he pauses, I ask another question. Because, you know, and finally he said, John, wait a minute. He said, I'd like to ask a couple questions from you. I said, okay, one, and then can I go back to mine? And he laughed. But what was I trying to do? I was trying to glean as much as I could glean in the period of time that I absolutely had. And I'm always amazed. When I'm even around people how unprepared they are for conversation. I can always tell a person with a teachable spirit because there's a spirit about them where they just want to glean and they want to ask questions and they got a lot more that they want to know. And could you just let me just ask one more thing. And it's that incredible passion to grow and learn and to go to a level perhaps they've never been on in their life. It's called teachability. And the secret in your notes to lifelong growth is teachability. See, your growth determines who you are, and who you are determines who you attract. So who you attract determines the success of your organization. And it all begins with teachability. It all begins with a teachable spirit. So how do you develop a teachable attitude? Number one, become growth-oriented instead of goal-oriented. One of the greatest mistakes I find is too many people are goal-oriented. I don't mean unkindly, but I couldn't do a goal-setting seminar with integrity. I just couldn't, and I don't. In fact, you don't hear me talk very much about goal-setting. Now, what I have a passion for is not goal-setting. What I have a passion for is growth. And I'm saying to you, be growth-oriented instead of goal-oriented. I was doing a round table, and I love to do round tables with some business leaders about a year and a half ago. And this business leader was out of Dallas. I won't use his name because many of you would recognize it. And he said, John, he said, for the last couple of years, I'm flat. My company's flat. He said, my goodness, and his company's been successful. Just amazing. Okay. But he says, I'm flat. We're plateaued. He said, what's the problem? And I'll call him Joe. That wasn't his name. I said, Joe, I said, let me just see if I can't help here. I said, I'm going to guess that your company's bigger than you ever anticipated. He said, well, it is. He said, I can't believe how big we've gotten. I said, here's the problem, Joe. All your life you've set goals. Is that not true? Oh, absolutely. This goal, this. I said, you just passed your last goal, didn't you? See, I did. I said, Joel, don't be goal-oriented. You see, what I found about being goal-oriented is if you truly have a goal out there, when you hit it, there's always the natural tendency to relax. It's just natural. That's what we all do. I said become growth-oriented, not goal-oriented. And let me explain to you the difference. You see, if you are growth-conscious, your desire every day is to learn more, to grow more than you did yesterday. And so therefore, what you'll do is you'll pass your goals. I don't mean this wrongly, but you'll say, oh my goodness, I got here. That was great. And you'll pass your goals. See, if you're growth-oriented, you'll appreciate your goals, but you won't settle there. Because your goal isn't to hit a goal. Your goal is to grow every day. I guess the best way I can explain it is people say, well, how many books are you going to write? I don't know how many books I'm going to write. I've written a few, and I've got at least 7 down inside of me saying, let me out, let me out, let me out. But my books aren't a result of goals that I've set, like I want to write 8 books, 12 books, 20 books, 40 books. The books are a result of my growth. Because I'm learning and I'm growing, and because I believe my responsibility as a steward of what I have, my gifts, is to pass on to others what I've learned. Basically where I am is, as I learn, I'm going to write. And so therefore, the key to me writing more books is to keep on learning, because I cannot give what I do not have. That's just the way it works. And I challenge you, just set your life to grow every day. And just keep growing. Number 2, overcome your success. You see what I mean, overcome your success? The greatest obstacle to tomorrow's success is today's success. So you've got to overcome your success. You've got to get over your success. Get over it. Hey, yesterday ended last night. Get over your failures. Get over your successes. Number 3, swear off shortcuts. The longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut. Just swear off shortcuts. Just say, I'm not going to go the easy way. Number 4, quit fearing failure. Hubbard said, the greatest mistake one can make in life is to be continually fearing that you will make one. You cannot be prideful and teachable at the same time. The major difference between achieving people and average people is their perception and their response to failure. And the responses to failure, number 1 is 90% of the people, they leave. And about 10% from their failures, they learn. And the reason that we leave is because we're embarrassed by failure, and you can never learn from that which embarrasses you. You show me something that embarrasses a person, I'll show you a person that doesn't learn from it. They just run from it. And finally, number 5, develop a system for learning and thinking. I would just want to encourage you to develop a system for learning and thinking. And in my book, Thinking for a Change, I have a whole chapter that helps you understand just exactly how to do that. Let me read this one little account, and then we'll go to quality number 21. After winning his 3rd World Championship, bull rider Tuff Hedeman didn't have a big celebration. He moved on to Denver to start the new season and the whole process over again. His comment was, the bull won't care what I did last week. Whether you're an untested rookie or a successful veteran, if you want to be a champion tomorrow, be teachable today.